Good evening. Hello, everyone. Let's check our sound. Give me some feedback, please, in the chat. So my question is, should I be switching my own slides or will the moderators help me? Well, it's up to you, Ivan. Okay, so I would like to switch the slides myself, but for that I need the permission. Okay, then. Well, hello, everyone. Again, let's start our today's meeting. I'm glad to welcome you here. Just give me one more second. I will put my phone on mute. And today we have a very wonderful event. We are showing you our new product, and also I'm going to tell you about the complex investment instruments. And first, I would like to introduce myself to those who don't know me yet. My name is Ivan Poluyanchik. Currently, I'm the head of the Smart Portfolio project. I am a certified educational psychologist. I received my degree in 2008. Since 2010, I've been in the field of active sales. Since 2012, I've been an individual entrepreneur. Since 2014, I've been a private investor, and then now I'm a blockchain enthusiast. I'm a multi-level crowd investing manager, master profit graduate and presenter, business coach, practitioner, motivational speaker, lecturer, and also I have a so-called Master of Sports degree. So there are some requirements, criteria you need to meet in order to get that degree. I have my investment portfolio in 5 different segments, from life insurance to cryptocurrencies. That's why I've been assigned by Andre to look into the crypto component of our portfolio, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, when newcomers get into the world of investing, they can become overwhelmed. For example, they used to go to their regular job, and then all of a sudden someone told them that you don't have to work, you can start investing and receiving passive income. And what they think is that when they go into the investment, they open the door and the money starts overflooding them. And that's not so, because there are a lot of pitfalls on their path. Lots of mistakes can be made. They don't know when to better sell or buy. Lots of proposals are out there, different cryptocurrencies, proposal after proposal coming onto them. And in most cases, they can get involved in different Ponzi schemes and promising them, high returns in a very short period of time. And in order to avoid that, not to lose money, I advise my partners, and do the same too, to follow a different strategy, which is from general to individual. And this is how I created my portfolio, and I'm sticking to it. And right now I'm going to share with you my thoughts on how better to get familiarized with the world of investing. And I think there are people in this chat who haven't been in the investing for so long a time. So please write me in the chat for how long have you been involved in the investing. 1 year, 2 years. If less than a year, you can write 0. If it's more than 1 year, then give me the number. I can track the Russian chat, and then I'm sure I will be given the information about other chats. There are people saying 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Someone says 0. Okay, someone 10, 6, 3. So we have a variety of people with different experience. So those people who have more than 3 years of experience in investing, most probably they know that to create an investment portfolio, a good investment portfolio in 1 year is practically impossible. Well, at least for a newcomer. And newcomers who have just joined the world of investing do not really know how to do it. They don't have enough experience, knowledge, and that's why they risk quite a lot. And for my partners, I developed a special path, which is most secure. Look. So what the newcomer should do, you can invest in the so-called like pinpoint instruments, or like individual instruments, or you can invest into complex investment instruments. And we will look into the advantages and disadvantages of both types of instruments. Next slide, please. So what are the advantages of the pinpoint instruments, individual instruments? So when a person invests into a single share in single instrument, they can make some good return. Sometimes it can be even 1,000% per month, even 2,000% per month. It happens rarely, but it does. Some cryptocurrencies might take off, or it can be high risk investments. As for the complex investment instruments, the advantages of those instruments is that it has lower risks, because complex investment instruments have several shares of cryptocurrencies in one, and they cannot devaluate altogether at once. You might not receive a high return on your investment, but you will not lose all of your money. If you do bear losses, they will be quite small. Next. Among the advantages of the pinpoint instruments are a wide opportunities, or the range of options out there. If you go to a brokerage terminal, you can see lots of shares and stocks in different areas. For example, if it's cryptocurrency market, it can be up to 11,000 different coins, and the choice is very wide. On the other hand, it is very difficult to analyze all of those coins, shares, etc. And the advantage of the complex instrument is that you can cover an extensive range of instruments with a lower investment. We will look into it later. For example, when you buy a complex investment instrument, it will cost you less than, for example, buying 10 different stocks separately that are included in one complex instrument. And also the next advantage is that you can get quite a substantial result faster. So yes, pinpoint instruments can give you, individual instruments can give you a higher return. There is a wider range of it. It can yield results faster, and you can diversify your portfolio. On the other hand, complex investment instruments allow you to save time on the analysis and the purchase of investment instruments. Because if you're creating your portfolio, you are already have determined it according to certain criteria. And complex investment instruments mainly meet such criteria. That's why complex investment instruments for a newcomer and a beginner will be more efficient. So I would like to ask you in the chat, especially those who have been in the investing for quite some time now. And for example, in our company, it can be me, Andrei Kabanov, Andrei Havratov, who are quite experienced people in investing. And there are people who have just joined us recently, like this year. And I wanted to ask you, what do you think a beginner should start with? Which type of instrument is safer for them? A complex instrument, this is one, and give me a 2 in the chat if you'd prefer the so-called spot investment instruments, individual instruments. We're talking about a newcomer, a beginner who knows nothing about stocks. Well, in the Russian chat, people are saying that mainly it should be complex instruments. And that's what I recommend doing too. For example, if you take some complex instruments at first, you start investing, and then gradually you start looking into the composition of those complex instruments, and then you break them down, see what stocks it consists of, and then you can invest in individual stocks. And one of such instruments, next slide please, is indices. And the stock index is a composite index calculated on the basis of the prices of a particular group of securities, an index fund. It's very similar to such a thing as like basket of currencies. You might have heard that expression. So this stock index shows the average, let's call it hospital temperature. You know, it's like there are people with high fever and there are dead people in the morgue. Yet the average hospital temperature will be 36.6 degrees Celsius. This is the Celsius. This is the same principle. Some top companies are identified in terms of their capitalization. And capitalization, in simple terms, is like the value of the company or its weight in the market. For example, we have a market which is 100%. 100%, and then there is a big company that takes a piece of market with 30%, for example, of 100%. For example, out of 100 million, one company may hold 10 million share in the market, and that's what capitalization is. We will look into it more in detail. And here you can see a number of different indices. The first one, I guess the most popular one, is the S&P 500, which is an index based on the stocks of the biggest American companies. So it covers 500 plus American companies, all the most famous brands that you can come up with. So write me a name of an American company that you know, and most probably it will be in the S&P 500. Like McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Google, Facebook, Apple. I'm sure that some of you guys are watching this webinar on an iPhone, and many, many other companies. So the cost of this index, the value of this index depends on the value of the cost of the stocks of those 500 companies. So if we go back to the outbreak of the pandemic, you know, where the first lockdown was introduced 1.5 years, the borders were closed, and a number of companies suffered from that, especially companies that were tied to transportation, like Boeing or tourist companies, transporters and carriers, and their stocks plummeted. On the other hand, IT companies that provided online services, that provided home delivery services, they grew in price. And if you analyze, you will see that during the pandemic, most of the stocks of most companies were going down, but some of the companies, because it was global crisis, some of the companies were showing good performance. And if you were a professional, if you assessed the market correctly, you would see it. But usually beginners are not good at market analysis, and they don't know which companies will go up and which companies will go down. And S&P 500 is like an indicator, general indicator of the American economy performance. So with the outbreak of the pandemic, the lockdown, most companies were in a crisis, and S&P 500 index went down. But the economy is recovering, and nothing is eternal. No crisis is eternal. Sooner or later, the business revives, the business builds itself anew, starts developing again. And S&P 500 shows that here the economy has recovered, and the companies started developing again. So S&P 500 is like an indicator of the development of the American economy. Also, there are similar indices in other continents and countries. There is a London stock exchange index like FTSE 100. In Germany DAX, RTS index, it's the stock index of the Russian companies, and Nikkei 225, it's the 225 top Japanese companies. Usually it's IT sector, semiconductors, and so on. And also please note that if you buy only 5 indices, if you go to the stock market and your broker can offer those indices where you can buy such shares, in Russia, you can do it almost in any bank. Belarus, also there is the trust management services and so on. You can buy 5 indices, and currently you will invest in a total of 885 biggest companies in the world: the United States, UK, Germany, Russia, Japan. Just to buy 5 indices is not that difficult. You take them, you analyze them, and you buy them. But to really analyze and buy the stocks of 885 companies will take you quite a lot of time, right? And will take quite a lot of money too, if you want to invest in this stock, at least one stock of one company in the list of 885 companies. So I tell my beginners, newcomers, that buy 5 indices and you will cover almost half of the global economy. And you must agree that the global economy sometimes goes through crisis times, but it also recovers sooner or later and then grows again. And as of the 21st, next slide, please, of July 2021, I analyzed top 10 American companies and took a look at their price in the stock market. And I realized that to buy the stocks of at least one stock of the top 10 companies in the United States, I would have spent $7,580. Yet if I bought S&P 500 index, just one, I would spend $4,341, which covers 500 companies, not 10 companies. And for example, Sometimes you can buy fractional shares, not one share, but like fractions of a share. In Belarus, for example, you can go to the crypto exchange, currency.com, and if I wanted to buy the shares, even fractions of shares of the top 10 companies in the United States, you would still spend $2,072. But S&P 500 stock, 1/100th of it, 1/100th fraction of it would cost $43 only. Let's go to the next slide. In addition to stock indices, we have other complex investment instruments, but they are more like portfolios of active management. So there are managers, people, analytics, or analysts who choose portfolios. Indices are calculated based on certain formulas and algorithms and according to certain parameters. And the human factor is not that important in that calculation. Whereas when we talk about mutual funds or ETFs, exchange traded funds, which is so almost the same, we're talking about some companies, legal entities with analysts putting together stocks together into a portfolio. And what we do, we just join that portfolio. If we're talking about mutual funds, or that's how they're called. In some countries, they can be called in a different way, but the idea is that you just joined already built, created portfolio by someone else. Whereas ETFs is also funds, but they are traded on an exchange. So they are regulated differently. They have different legal forms, but the notion is more or less the same. And maybe some liquidity and reliability parameters are different. But in any ways, those are active management assets. There are analysts choosing and analyzing. And you must agree that such organizations will have more experienced, smarter people than people who yesterday were working for another person and then decided to live off passive income. And it will be safer for a beginner to follow the opinion of a professional. If you agree, give me a plus in the chat. So I know that we're on the same page here, that a beginner is better off trusting a professional. So again, my question to you is, would it be correct for a beginner to trust the opinion of a professional? And if they do, they better do it using some complex investment instruments instead of finding like a silver bullet stock, a stock that would make them feel rich, And here you can see the S&P 500 index chart over 150 years. And if you just take a look at that chart, you might seem that this index have been growing only the last 20, 30 years. I want to disappoint you here because this is not so. If we take this piece over here and magnify it, zoom it in, you'll see that the growth has been over almost double. If we take a piece a little bit farther off, it seems flatline, right? The first one here seems to flatline, but if you zoom it in, you will see that the growth is quite considerable. And I took the last 10 years of that index and just broke it by 10 years. And I think that you can see stable growth. Yes, there are ups and downs, but you see in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the last 10 years. And you see when the epidemic broke out and there was a lockdown, there was a sharp decline. And very rich people, such as Warren Buffett, knowing that the market will sooner or later bounce back, will recover, they invest stock when they're low, when they're really low, when their stock goes down. And in 1 year, many entrepreneurs, businesses, and companies can lose their job and businesses, whereas rich people will make even more money because they use those ups and downs to increase their capital. Let's move on. Well, let's look into one example. Say a person started investing in here in 1993. So even if they would need to sell their stock at this point here, at the second arrow, they would still be in a plus. They would still make a profit. Some people might not start investing at the best of times. They would maybe buy it when the stock was high at the peak value. Then, of course, they would make a loss if they sold it at a different point, at the same point in future. You see, two people bought the same index, but at different times. One of them made a profit and the second one made a loss, turned a loss. If they had to sell the stock at exactly in 2008, for example, when the mortgage crisis hit. But then if they waited for a little bit, then in 2014, you see, they would made a profit, both of them. One, a bigger profit, the second, a smaller profit. That's it. But they would both make some good profit. So the reason I'm showing you this slide and telling you about it is that if you know how to wait, if you know how to be patient and analyze, you will never be poor. When would you want to start investing? Sooner or later? Please tell me in the chat. Someone says, I would like to start investing in 1993. Well, yes. When beginners come to me, I sometimes tell them the best time to start investing is yesterday, because we know what kind of prices we had yesterday and what kind of prices are today, but we unfortunately don't know what the prices are going to be tomorrow. That's why it is better to start investing yesterday. Okay, let's move on. Let's sum it up a little bit. So it was found out that 95% of the funds, actively managed funds, have failed to outperform the indices in terms of returns over a long period of time. If we're talking about active portfolio managers, then over a short period of time, they make some quite good return. But if we're talking about tens of years or even dozens of years, Warren Buffett, by the way, proved it. And I think he also made a bet with someone. And he said that over a long period of time, indices will always win. And I'm following very actively Warren Buffett, and I like his investing strategy quite a lot. Let's go further. Next slide, please. And now let's start talking about cryptocurrency market. Well, currently the cryptocurrency market capitalization is over $2 trillion. So if we take all the cryptocurrency assets together with almost more than 11,000 different coins, and let me tell you that not all of the coins are present on CoinMarketCap. Every week, 100, 200 new coins are added to the CoinMarketCap. You can track this indicator. You will be pleasantly surprised. So we can observe the market capitalization chart here. And you can see that the first bit of the chart is quite flat, but it's not really flat, because if you zoom it in, you will see that those peaks in 2017, we had the cryptocurrency market peak when Bitcoin cost almost 21,000. And then another peak happened in 2021 when Bitcoin cost $60,000 plus. So here you can see only two real peaks, but let me tell you that this is the fifth and the sixth peak in the cryptocurrency market. The first 4, you can't really see them on the flat line. But if you magnify, zoom it in, you will see those spikes, right? But of course, the numbers are different there. And if we compare the stock market and cryptocurrency market, then cryptocurrency market is quite small compared to the stock market. That's why institutional investors for quite some time did not pay attention to crypto market at all. They simply didn't notice it because they had quite a lot of money and cryptocurrency market wasn't interesting for them. In 2017, or after the spike up to $20,000 of Bitcoin, major funds started noticing cryptocurrencies. I started working with cryptocurrency in 2017, and practically all the news regarding legislation, banking industry, institutional investors, all those players were negative to cryptocurrencies. They were talking about risks, they were frightening people and so on. So what I can observe now is that banks are now developing their own crypto digital currencies. Many countries, banks start buying cryptocurrencies, crypto coins, and quite lots of them. Many companies are already implementing blockchain technologies in their work. So I can see a huge potential in the growth of the crypto market. So $2 trillion is just the beginning for the cryptocurrency market. Ivan, can we take a break here because we have some technical issue in the Italian room? Yes, sure. So guys, just a short break. Okay, now we can continue. Good. So let me repeat here. Cryptocurrency market has a very big growth potential, and compared to the S&P 500 index, which is more than 150 years old, cryptocurrency market has just started developing, and the potential is huge. For example, Apple and Microsoft capitalization is bigger taken together than all the cryptocurrency market capitalization taken together with all the Ethereums, Bitcoins, and so on. So I put on this slide the market capitalizations of 7 companies, and those 7 companies together surpass the cryptocurrency capitalization many times over. That's why I can tell you that cryptocurrency market will still have way to go. And as you know, our company is also in part, is going to monetize cryptocurrency. We have our own blockchain and our own cryptocurrency. That's why we will be affecting the growth of the capitalization of cryptocurrency market. I very much like this Bitcoin rainbow price chart. You can find it online, by the way. You can Google Bitcoin rainbow price chart. It shows those spikes and declines of Bitcoin compared to price, not the actual price, but it's the arithmetic chart. It shows you the general trend, and it shows that markets can be stagnating, and sometimes they can be overheated, let's say, and those waves, they happen periodically. And you can notice that there was a wave, very powerful one in 2014, when the price from $10 jumped to $1,000, then it fell to $100, then it went to 20,000 almost, then it fell to 3, and now was a moment when it soared to $64,000. And also I wanted to show you that the market is becoming less and less volatile. It stabilizes. There is less volatility over time because more and more players are coming in and more money is injected into the market. But I think you see the general trend. The market is developing and it will be growing, and it will be growing steadily and for a long time. And even on this chart, you can see by the 2024, Bitcoin can cost as high as $500,000, more or less. And I'm waiting when Bitcoin will cost $100,000. Who believes that Bitcoin will eventually cost $100,000? Give me a 100 in the chat, and I see how many people, how many believers in Bitcoin we have. And who was lucky enough to buy Bitcoin at 3,500 in 2019? Do we have such people who bought Bitcoin and $3,500 in 2019? Give me a plus in the chat if you were lucky to buy it at 3.5. And have you ever imagined it would cost one day 100,000? So there are some people who didn't buy in the Russian chat, and there is just one person who bought it at 3,500 in 2019. Well, there is one person who bought it at $6,000. And I wonder, what is the lowest price our people bought it here? Give me in the chat the lowest price you bought Bitcoin at. Someone says $1,000 in the Spanish chat. Someone was lucky to buy it $1,000. Can you imagine how lucky those guys are? Well done, well done. Someone says I didn't buy Bitcoin at all. Well, this is another interesting asset that you can analyze, look into. So let's move on. This chart is also available at CoinMarketCap, and it shows you the relation between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And what can we see on this chart? We can see that Bitcoin loses its leadership in the market. It doesn't mean that everything is bad with Bitcoin. No, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be investing in it and that it's not going to become more expensive. No, it's still the driver behind the cryptocurrency growth. But the correlation between Bitcoin to another Bitcoin, other coins, is changing, which means that other cryptocurrencies are gaining momentum more and more, becoming more and more powerful, and more money is invested into other cryptocurrencies because they offer some technologies, something that business needs, because Bitcoin performs only one function, which is payment settlement function. But currently there are blockchains, coins that allow you to do different things, tokenize your assets, tokenize your real estate, NFT tokens, for example, digitalize pieces of art, masterpieces, pieces of art. There are there is a lot of interest, and they start taking part of the Bitcoin's pie, piece of the Bitcoin's pie, bite it off. And this is the current composition of the cryptocurrency market. So Bitcoin occupies 48%, less than 50% of the entire cryptocurrency market capitalization. And top 100 cryptocurrencies, 99 more cryptocurrencies take 47%, and other 11,000 cryptocurrencies occupy only 5% of the market. So everything that is below 100 top coins occupy only 5% of the entire market capitalization. And I've been in cryptocurrency for 4 years, since 2017, and I saw so many different coins, so many ambitious projects I've been offered, and I participated in some of those projects. I invested, and unfortunately, those investments were not always successful. They yielded certain results, certain returns in a short time, but then it amounted to nothing. and because any fool can make money in short term, but to be able to make money over long run terms of time is requires some skill. So the bottom line is that top 100 cryptocurrencies account for 95% of the entire cryptocurrency market. And I'm sure that you know the first top 10 cryptocurrencies like, I don't know, Uniswap, Ripple, Dogecoin, you know, the one mentioned by Elon Musk, and all of a sudden it jumped to the 8th place, and the Polkadot. And if you take a look at coin market cap, you will see that even top 10 swapped places. Who can tell me what cryptocurrency holds the 3rd place today? Who knows the name of the cryptocurrency that is ranks 3rd currently? Anyone? Someone says Solana. Cardano, you meant. Yes, correct. Cardano. Cardano now ranks 3rd. So look, it is important to understand that I can maybe be familiar with top 50 tokens. I don't know, some technologies like IOTA used to be top 10. But if we take a look at the top 100 coins, then I'm not sure I know all of them. Well, I heard Qtum, but maybe not everything else. But in top 50, top 100, there might be coins and tokens that in 1 year would make it to the top 10, and maybe will make it to the top 5 in 1 year. And I honestly wouldn't like to miss the opportunity to buy those tokens as early as possible. And I started looking for instruments that would allow me to invest not into all those individual coins. Although I have an idea how to do it, I didn't want to spend time though doing it. I wanted to invest into a complex instrument because there are lots of different investment proposals, but they all take time to familiarize with them. And that's why I started looking for cryptocurrency indices. We're talking about some indices that would be composed of different cryptocurrencies. And I found several funds. One of them is Coinbase, with the minimum entry fee of $250,000. And I don't think we have lots of people here with $250,000 to start investing in that particular index fund. Plus 1% is charged for management. Coinbase index fund, it's called. So of course, this option was a no option for me. I found a number of other cryptocurrency funds, indices that you can invest with less money, but unfortunately, they do not have the best market coverage. Top 10 coins, yes, top 20, and they are not regulated in any way, and there is no like real balancing there. So, and I cannot affect it in any way, change things in there, do my own setup, and that's why I wasn't really satisfied with it. So my criteria were as follows. First of all, it's the maximum market coverage so that it would cover as many crypto coins as possible, like 90-95%. This index should be liquid, which is my ability to turn it into fiat at any given moment. And I think for many people, being able to turn your assets into liquidity is very important. Many of us know that the WCRU token is frozen for a year, and the full unfreezing happens in like 3-4 years. And that's why I think liquidity is a very important criterion. So on the scale from 1 to 10, give me how much you would like all of your assets to be liquid. Liquid is the ability to sell quickly your assets for cash. I know that for some people, yes, it is very important. Many partners would like to get their money here and now, but let me tell you that for me, liquidity is not even the most important parameter. For me, the capital gains is what matters. I would like my capital to grow. The third criterion is balancing, changing the composition of the portfolio. And since the market is changing all the time, and 2 years ago, top 100 cryptocurrencies were different, I wanted my portfolio to be able to balance, change my portfolio, update it. And also I wanted to influence the composition of the portfolio, because there are such tokens like Dogecoin. Elon Musk mentioned it once, and the token soared, and then maybe the day after it will decline again. Some tokens behave unpredictably, and because cryptocurrency market is volatile, I might want to remove some of the tokens from my portfolio or add some tokens to my portfolio. And of course, I would like the entry fee to be less than $250,000, like in Coinbase index fund. And of course, I found such an instrument. And as soon as I found it, I immediately decided to share that instrument not only with my friends and acquaintances, but also with the management of our company. And I showed that instrument to Andrei Khavratov, and he approved it for our company. So what is this service about? This is an interactive service, a smart portfolio, which comprises or puts together on the Binance exchange 100 top coins with the biggest share in the market. So for example, there is Binance exchange, which lists, I guess, the biggest number of tokens currently. There are lots of different coins being traded on Binance, and practically all of the top 100 coins are there on Binance. As far as I know, Binance has more than 600 different currency pairs. So they have quite a wide choice. And of course, this exchange is the most liquid one. It has most fiat and crypto money stored on it. And this crypto service, so what does a smart portfolio do? It analyzes the crypto market. It analyzes the capitalization of coins. It sees what coins account for 95% of the market and are in the top 100. And it buys on Binance exchange those coins for us. It creates a portfolio out of those coins. So it analyzes and it purchases, and also it balances the portfolio when necessary. So you can use this smart portfolio and make a portfolio of top 30, top 50, and top 100 cryptocurrencies. I personally chose top 100 to ensure as big market coverage as possible. In the future, there will be DeFi indexes and NFT indices included. And also this portfolio allows balancing your portfolio every 7 days, every 14 days, every 21 days, or every 30 days. You can balance your portfolio, and the service will automatically analyze the market, and it will reallocate coins in your portfolio. And that's how you will always get an updated cryptocurrency portfolio 24/7 with coins bought on Binance exchange. And the main bulk of the money is on your Binance exchange account. So it has no relation whatsoever to our portfolio, company's accounts, or someone else's account. You can deposit any amount on the exchange, $10,000, $100,000, and Smart Portfolio will adequately allocate that money across different top 100 coins. So Smart Portfolio is an automated operation with the leading cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, through API keys. So what it does, it purchases, balances, and holds. And very soon we're going to add Huobi Exchange and OKEX. So the fact that the money is kept in your account adds to the credibility and reliability, because, well, who else but Binance would take best care to protect your money? For beginners, it is important not to lose their passwords. But even if they lose their login and password, they still have a passport using which they can go to the technical support, and the technical support will recover their access. They can prove to the exchange that the account belongs to them, and the account will recover their access to their back office. But I suggest you don't lose your login and password and keep them securely. So I would like to point out that there is no trading involved. There is no leveraging. There is no like taking profit or daily, monthly returns or incomes. This service is intended to buy, balance, and hold. It does not ever sell your portfolio if you don't give it this particular order. Only you can sell your portfolio and withdraw all the money. This instrument will purchase, balance, and hold. So its purpose is to maintain updated cryptocurrency portfolio. And it's up to you what you're going to do with that portfolio. If you want, you can deposit more money. Your portfolio will be bigger. If you want to, you can withdraw all of your money from the Binance exchange and cash it out somewhere else. It's up to you. This particular service balances and creates the best cryptocurrency portfolio for you. So what is my vision of how we can use this service, how I use it for my own benefit, and what I recommend beginners should do too, those who have just familiarized with the world of investing. So the first thing is that there is always a period of accumulation. So they need to accumulate some capital. Yes, remember the first commandment of a private investor. Who knows the first commandment of a private investor? Who can tell me? Let's check our knowledge here. The first commandment of a private investor. What is it? People are saying 10%, 10%. What 10%? It's not just turn 10%. It's save, put aside 10%. Correct. Yes. The first commandment is to put aside 10% from every income. So when we apply the first rule of a private investor, first commandment is that we put aside 10%, and you can do it over 3-5 years. And this is your instrument to do it. And you will have a balanced cryptocurrency portfolio. So over several years, you can just add money to the investment or to the Binance exchange, and you will be keeping your money there. And the service will make sure that your cryptocurrency portfolio is always balanced. It's a liquid capital. If you see that you made a good profit, you can take that profit and cash out any amount of money. You can take that money and invest it in something else, in other investment instruments. So you get good profit there, you take it, and then you use that money to buy some stocks, for example. So when you have $100 top 100 cryptocurrencies, newcomers don't really have to look for anything unique. Let's leave it to professionals and narrow specialists. So this strategy suits most people. And thirdly, it's the possibility to interfere into the strategy and add or remove tokens upon your discretion. So currently, you can remove some tokens that from the portfolio that you don't like for different reasons. You simply can remove them from that portfolio, and automatically the portfolio, this instrument, smart portfolio, will recalculate everything and will reallocate the entire portfolio. And by the way, smart portfolio removes or that does not work with stable coins. Coins that do not grow, like USDT, USDC, and similar tokens. They are not participating in this token, in this portfolio, because their price doesn't grow. It's stable coin for a reason. And the portfolio buys only coins that show good potential for growth and have quite a solid market share already. So let's take a look at the charts and statistics here. Bitcoin from March to March, where it showed some good growth from March to March, Bitcoin grew. Now it's in the correction phase in recovery, but this is quite a good example that I'm showing you. So here you can see the growth of the overall cryptocurrency capitalization. All currencies grew, but by 608%. If we're talking about Bitcoin over the same period, it grew by 570% in 1 year. 570% in 1 year. In March, you could buy Bitcoin for $1,000, and you would already have $5,000 March next year. I think it's a good result, you must agree. But the entire cryptocurrency market grew a little bit more than the Bitcoin did, because there are other cryptocurrency coins that take bigger share of the cryptocurrency market. And now we did some back testing. The developer did some back testing. So what they did, they took historical data and superimposed this particular instrument over history to see how this portfolio works. So if we used top 30 cryptocurrencies portfolio, we would have made more than 800% return. If it was top 50, 100, 50 instruments, it would be more than 500% return, and top 100, it would be more than 1,000% return in just 1 year. So those are the statistics from the 1st of March 2020 to the 20th of March 2021. You see Bitcoin grew by 578. Total market growth was 608. And you see top 100 grew by more than 1,000%. But it's not just the growth of the first top 100 coins, but rebalancing too, because the top 100 coins of March 2020 is not the same as the top 100 of March 2021. And the current top 100 is not the same as March 2021. Okay, so let's move on. Here I'm showing the example from my own Binance account. So this is my Binance account. You can see the work of the service. It buys small fractions, of course. Those are real screenshots from my own account. I have very many cool coins, and many of them I don't even know. And this, let me tell you about the cost of this instrument. So the service itself costs 1,200 USDUs per year. $1,200, $1,200 per year for 1 year, this instrument will be buying, balancing, and tracking your cryptocurrency portfolio. And for that service to work properly, it requires some money on your Binance account. So to buy 100 top cryptocurrency coins, it requires $2,000. But you can deposit even more, 5,000, 10,000, even 100,000. And this is your money, liquid money that nobody will be able to take it from you. It's on your Binance account. So overall, for a beginner to start operating this instrument, they would need $3,200. So $1,200 is the cost of the license, and $2,000 is what they need to have on their spot account on Binance. You must agree that this is way cheaper than $100 or $250,000 compared to the previous, indices that I showed you. Maybe there are some people that might think it's too much to have such an instrument. It's too expensive. 3,200 is quite a high amount to have. If we have such people here, give me, I don't know, A- in the chat if you think that 3,200 is too expensive. For a portfolio that would grow by 1,000% in just 1 year. Well, I see some pluses. Some people say that, yes, it's acceptable. But in the Russian chat, we have no one who thinks it's too much. Someone says, yes, that this is too high an amount. That's, yes, $3,200 is too much. Some people say we don't have money for that. Well, and this is normal. Not everyone should have $3,200. It's a way of life, but it can be solved. This problem can be addressed. I personally, the way I use this service, and I've been using it for 3 months now, on a weekly basis, I add more money to this account. I put aside 10%. If you used that service a year ago and deposited $2,000 on Binance with the overall investment of 3,200, then at the peak of the market, you would already have $20,000 by investing only $2,000. And you can take profit and withdraw it, cash it out. And even if you calculate it right now, even if you, at the current prices, well, maybe it wouldn't be 20,000, it would be 10, 15,000. But again, you invested 3,200, 1,200 for license and 2,000 as your money on Binance. And to receive $20,000 by the end of the year, I think is quite a good result. You must agree. And please tell me in the chat that you would be ready to invest $3,200 to get $20,000 at the expiry of 1 year. Give me a plus in the chat if you agree that this is a cool instrument. And this is why I personally decided to invest into it. But of course, not everyone can afford to invest $3,200. And this is normal. And by the way, I wanted to tell you one more thing. One inside piece of news that I recently learned. As you know, there will be a crypto expo in Dubai, and I will be there. And also I will be attending our event, our company's event, Eventi. And also I will be participating in the Crypto Expo Dubai. And I decided what other organizations are going to be represented at that event. And I found this interesting company, Securities. And it turned out, Securities Q, and it turned out it was an internet media writing about different cryptocurrencies. And I decided to look some of the articles, and I found this interesting article about a new blockchain for businesses. I read more about it, and I realized that this is quite a promising project. And They write about different things here, NFT, as you can see. And I decided, why don't I buy those tokens? I went to the coin market cap and saw that it was on the 38th place. You know what my next thought was? What do you think was my next thought? Well, of course, maybe I already have that token in my crypto investment portfolio. I decided to access my instrument, Smart Portfolio, and I saw it. And by the time I checked it, it was already on the 29th place. And I realized that I made the right decision, because I didn't yet look into this new coin. I didn't yet receive information about this coin, but it is already in my portfolio, something that I liked, but I didn't know that I had it. Would you like to experience the same feeling, have the same experience, getting your hands on a token before you want it, and then you realize that you have it already? And I was very, very satisfied with that feeling, with that emotion. And some people now offer me new tokens, invest here, invest there. And I tell them, what is your market rank? 200 and something. And I tell them, look, start developing, go into top 100, and you will automatically get into my crypto investment portfolio automatically. Yeah, of course, I'm happy with that. For example, if you don't have the opportunity to purchase this product, someone said that they didn't have enough money to pay $1,200 for the license, $2,000 as a minimum deposit on your Binance, there is still a very interesting solution for you. You can get more for less. And this is what I was talking about before. Remember, we were talking about the opportunity, the possibility of complex investment instruments to offer more for less. Would you like to have this portfolio of a top consisting of top 100 coins, but for less money? If you would, give me a plus in the chat, and I'll check if you wrote something, guys. Yes, there are people already who would like to have more for less. And let me tell you that you can have in one investment instrument a wide range of other projects, which is index cryptocurrency portfolio that I just told you about. Also, you can have the possibility to mine cryptocurrencies. You can also get your hands on over 100 stock market shares under professional management, plus mutual funds too. And I'm sure that indices are included there as well. Real estate, equity participation in businesses like basalt, gold mining, bank acquiring, and more. And then educational projects, franchising. And I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about in the global investment portfolio of our company. Top 100 cryptocurrencies on Binance is included inside our global investment portfolio as well. So for now, there is a Binance account being opened for Ugpay group, and we already have the service working on the test accounts. And this instrument, Smart Portfolio, is already part of our global investment portfolio. And Artem Kabanov also adds here some top shares and mutual funds as well, and many, many other things and businesses, as you can see on the screen. It's payment systems, digital guarantees, proprietary blockchain, real estate, gold mining, and many, many other things are included into our global investment portfolio, WCRU. And if you cannot afford buying the license plus the minimum deposit on Binance for the Smart Portfolio instrument, you can invest in WCRU token. You get 4 types of income: staking, from mining. It's mining rewards for staking, loyalty program bonuses, professional bonuses, and WCRU share price growth. So this asset has Bitcoin, Ethereum, many other cryptocurrencies and shares and other cryptocurrencies. And if all the value of those assets grows, what happens to the WCRU token? Will it grow or will it decline if the assets of the portfolio grows? Of course, the token representing the global investment portfolio will grow as well. Of course, not all of the projects in this portfolio might be 100% lucrative, making high returns. But do you think in the next 5 years, 5 years, cryptocurrency market will grow? Give me a plus in the chat if you think that in the next 3 to 5 years, the cryptocurrency market will grow and the cost of the crypto assets will grow. Well, of course, there will be corrections, some decline periods, but overall, there will be a growing trend. And how will it affect the global investment portfolio if the global investment portfolio already includes 100 cryptocurrencies? How do you think it's going to affect the value of the global investment portfolio? And if you think that it will grow, give me a 10 in the chat and give me a 5 in the chat if you think that it will decline. So I can see tens, people are writing down growth and so on. So currently the value of one token is just 80 cents. Starting from the 8th of September, one WCRU token will cost $1. You will still be able to buy one WCRU token at $1. It's still a complex investment instrument that includes other complex investment instruments. And currently, Ugpay Group is building the biggest complex investment instrument. And of course, it takes time. It's not done in 1 month or in 1 year. In order to put together a global investment portfolio, in my opinion, you need way more time than 5-10 years. And those who want can buy either by the license for $1,200 plus $2,000 deposit on Binance. And also you can buy WCRUs. You'll diversify. Some people already have WCRUs in their portfolio. You might go and buy the Smart Portfolio service. And then you will have 100 top cryptocurrencies on Binance. And this is totally will diversify you because Binance exchange is not related to Evorich, Ugpay Group, Cryptounit in any way. And those people who would like to buy that service, you can use the partnership program of Evorich, affiliate program Evorich, and make money by promoting Evorich products and earn enough commission to buy yourself both the license for Smart Portfolio and the WCRU. Just make smart use of the affiliate program. Also, I would like to point out one very important factor that many people forget. Just let me check my sound because there's some problem in the Russian chat. Okay, let me remind you one important piece of information. The WCRU cost, according to the business plan, will be $1,250, provided certain conditions are met. The conditions are the value of the portfolio is $100 trillion and 1 billion users of that portfolio. As you know, we have now 900,000 accounts on the blockchain. So for now, we have performed 1% of the intended target. So we still have a way to go. And I think it will take us several years, maybe up to 5 years, to get to that result. So if you have enough patience, you will eventually make quite good money. And also wanted to add here that this digital asset is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. And as you know, this organization also threatened Binance for listing digital shares, and Binance had to create a special platform for digital assets. And by the way, a WCRU share is a digital share, digital asset token. And this is a fully legal asset, regulated. It's a regulated financial instrument created by the rules of the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. And now, in the end, I would like to share with you some insight, what I would do if I were a beginner in investing, and if I had just $100 of monthly investment contributions, because I started my path not entirely correctly. If today I had the knowledge and the possibilities I had, if back then I had the knowledge and the possibilities I have today, of course I would act differently. But at least now I have experience, and now I can make good money on my portfolio. So if I were a newcomer, and if I had only $100, if I were able to put aside $100 every month and invest it into my portfolio, I would first buy something that would include everything. And then gradually I would start investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum. So first WCRU, because it comprises everything as a complex investment instrument. Then I would invest in Bitcoin, in Ethereum, then in stock indices, and sooner or later I would eventually buy this smart portfolio. This would be my personal strategy if I were a total beginner. So it's up to you whether to follow that strategy or not. If I were in a different situation, for example, if I had $10,000 as my starting investment capital, so what would I do if I had my current knowledge? Well, I would do the following. I would split that amount into several parts. I would buy 20%. I would buy the complex investment instrument, WCRU, for 20% of that amount. Then I would invest 30% into smart portfolio, KADEX smart portfolio, cryptocurrency index. I would invest 30% more into stock indices, and then I would invest 10% into some individual cryptocurrencies that I know about, or some stocks that I know about. If I were a complete user, beginner, having the knowledge that I have right now, that's how I would allocate my $10,000. But it's up to you, And here I would like to thank you for your attention and ready to take some of your questions, if any. So the question is how to buy this product, Smart Portfolio. So what you do is you go to the CRU tab in your back office. And if you don't have a back office in the Academy of Private Investors, Ugpay Group, or Evorich, you please go to the person who invited you to this webinar and take their referral link and register. And when you register in the ecosystem, you will have a CRU back office available to you, and your sponsor, your invitor, will surely help you how to activate your CRU back office. And in the training section, you will find this particular product smart portfolio. And I would like also to underline that. Let me, by the way, access it on my, how it looks like in my back office. And I will show to you how it looks like, okay, on real example. So guys, just give a second because Ivan needs to first stop sharing, then enter his back office, and then start sharing again. And you will see where the Smart Portfolio product is in the back office. Morten, I think that this is as low as you can get. It's like 100 top coins. So how small can you go to buy 100 top cryptocurrency coins, right? So here it is. Look, in the back office, you go to the CRU, and then you go to the EIPs, which is education information packages, products, trainings. And if you scroll down, you will find this smart portfolio. You see, currently, we have only 159 licenses left. But don't worry if you don't make it. If you decide to buy and you see there are no licenses left, we have bought 200 licenses as the first batch. But we decided not to advertise it because we wanted to first get some feedback from our first buyers and to see whether everything works, whether we can offer this product to our partners. And now, when the 200 licenses are purchased, then in 7 days, there will be a rebalancing. And if we see that people give very good positive feedback, and we see that the buyers are happy with their purchase, if we have some good feedback, so we will activate unlimited number of packages, licenses. So there can be only one license purchased per back office. It's like you can connect this service only to one Binance account. That's why it's one back office, one license, one Binance account. But currently we have 159 licenses, 59 licenses. And I think after today's meeting, there will be fewer packages left. And if partners tell us that everything works, and if there is there are more people willing to buy it, and we see that the product works perfectly, works marvelous, then we will activate unlimited number of packages, and every person will be able to buy, and not just first come, first serve, because we want people to be satisfied with the product they purchase and would like to have as few complaints as possible. Of course, there'll always be people who complain. There'll always be some technical problems. You can't do without them. But our goal is to make it as efficient as possible. And now I'm going to read the questions. Someone says that $1,200 for a year is too much, and $2,000 is as a Binance deposit is too much. But guys, you must understand that tokens, coins have their price, and if you want to buy 100 tokens, you need to have at least $2,000 on your Binance account. And if I showed you, remember the S&P 500, S&P 500 index, remember? And if you bought all those shares separately, you would have spent like lots of money, yet an index costs way less, and you can buy fractions of indexes, and then you will invest even less. So that's why the $2,000 was not taken out of the top of our heads. No, there is a specific formula behind it. And if you don't have enough money, then take a look at the WCRU, because the WCRU includes that top 100 smart portfolio too. Иван, надо читать полностью вопрос в голос, потому что мы его не видим. Ну, когда читаешь вопрос, надо читать внятно и громко. Конечно, спасибо. So guys, just give a second because we need to translate the question as well. So there is a question from the Vietnamese room. KADEX picks its own coins and automatically analyzes it to buy more or to sell. Well, look, there is this website. It's called CoinMarketCap that generates statistics, analyzes crypto market. And KADEX service, which is smart portfolio service, it analyzes the cryptocurrency market based on the data from CoinMarketCap, plus some additional data, but they cannot reveal you how it's done because it's commercial secret. It's a proprietary formula, proprietary algorithm. So the data about the top 100 is not taken from, top of people's head. No. It's based on the market analysis. If Cardano ranks third, it will rank third in your portfolio as well. If it becomes fifth, it will become fifth in your portfolio as well. So it will sell the coin that is not in top 100 anymore and buy the coin that is in one top 100 list. And it does not buy stable coins because stable coin do not have, volatility. So those of you who think that $1,200 is too expensive, okay, then go and invest in Bitcoin, WCRU, Ethereum. There are many other options out there. Nobody really forces you to buy this service. But if you want to have a portfolio consisting of 100 cryptocurrencies, you can try and do it on your own. Go create an account on Binance, analyze, then buy in 1 week, analyze again, and reallocate, buy again, and sell again. And every month you can sit down and reallocate your portfolio. Or you just buy a service for 1,200, which will do that entire work for you. 24/7, no lunches, no sick leaves, no vacations. And I'm sure there are already people in this chat that already tried this service out and know how it works. Someone says, I already have this. Иван, ну прочитывать надо весь вопрос. Не надо про себя его читать. Ничего. So the question is how to move USDU from Unitex to Cryptounit wallet. Well, guys, this is not really the topic of our session. Please go to the exchange service, customer service. I'm sure there are videos, instructions on it. And I'm sure you will give, they will give you an answer to that question. I will ask about stop losses, of course. So the question is, do those packages work, are part of the affiliate program? Yes. if you register someone who buys this product, you will get your partnership, you will get your commission fee. So those $1,200 are part of the Evorich affiliate program. And among my partners, I already have people who purchased this product, and I, as their sponsor, already earned some commission on it. And also this service was purchased almost by all of our leaders, including Armand, Andre. They already installed those smart portfolio on their own personal Binance accounts. And now leaders are installing it and receiving their profits. The market is growing, everyone is happy. Someone says, do I understand correctly if I don't want to analyze ups and downs in the crypto market, but I would like to have profits from this instrument? This instrument is for me. Exactly. This instrument is for you if you want to save time and money, but you will have profits only if cryptocurrency market grows compared to your entry point. For example, if you bought Bitcoin, if you started investing in February when cryptocurrency market was at the peak, at the top of the top, then maybe today you would still be making a loss because there is still correction, right? But in the near future, cryptocurrency market will bounce back, and of course you will be making a profit. If you purchased this portfolio a month ago, then you would make a very good profit today. I asked about the stop loss. Guys, this portfolio is not a trading instrument. Therefore, stop loss is not applicable. You do not trade with this portfolio. This portfolio is for you to buy coins and hold them. It works on the spot wallet, not on the trading wallet. So Binance has a special trading for trading. So you hear the tool analyzes the market and makes a purchase without leverage, whereas stop losses are about leveraged trading for trading bots, for example. So like automatic algorithm-based trading. And this is a different kind of instrument. It has nothing to do with trading itself. It's analyzing, purchasing, rebalancing, holding. So if the market, cryptocurrency market decreases, goes down, your portfolio will lose value too. I'm going to show you, I guess, my I think this is the best way to do, but I don't think we will show it on YouTube. Okay, so here it is. Look, this is my personal performance. There was a period when you see my portfolio was negative. You see, the middle line is the break-even point, whereas the below is a period when I was making a loss. And currently, you see, it's already way above the break-even point. So it happened, you see, on the 17th of June, 4 months have passed, and in 4 months, my profit is $2,776. This is my net profit. I made more money than the cost of the license. The license costs 1,200, and I made 1,500 more. I can sell it at any different point. I can pick how much of the portfolio I want to sell. I can sell part of it or the entire portfolio and then cash it out to my bank card and so on. Okay. Any more questions? Guys, installments are not possible, and I don't think they will be possible. Because, again, it is not technically implementable. There is no break-even point. We already said it. If the cryptocurrency market goes down, your portfolio will go down. You can exit the portfolio when you want to exit. But as you can see, even for the first 2 months was negative. But then in the last 2 months, he is plus $3,000. And guys, also, there is no point in implementing installments because you still need $2,000, at least $2,000 on your Binance account. And if you have $2,000, you must have $1,200 for the license as well. Someone says, if I have a Binance account, I invested $1,200 in my license. I deposited $2,000 on my Binance account. Will it automatically connect to my service, to my exchange? No, you will have to create an API key on Binance in the settings of the Binance account. But we have video instructions. It's very easy. You just follow the instructions, you create the API key, and then you specify the API key in your KADEX back office, and you click the button start. That's it. There is really nothing difficult about it. There is no discount for VIP members. Yes, you can sell your portfolio at any given moment. When you're negative, we are positive, any given moment. You can pause, you can sell, you can do anything. Someone says, will KADEX ensure 10-30% per month return? I guess the question is whether KADEX will yield 10-30% return per month. Please listen carefully, okay? Because the answer is going to be very important. This service does not yield passive income. It does not yield you any percentages. This service creates for you a cryptocurrency portfolio. It's an ideal, let's say, cryptocurrency portfolio consisting of top 100 cryptocurrencies. And if cryptocurrencies grow by 10%, if Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins grow by 10%, their price becomes higher by 10%, then yes, you will make 10% more. You will earn 10% more. So this asset simply grows in price. It has no passive income as such. It's income from the price growth. As if you bought just a Bitcoin today, tomorrow, will it every year, will it yield you every month 10-30%? No, nobody knows how the Bitcoin will behave, but it can grow dozens of times in 1 year, as I showed you. A year ago, Bitcoin cost around $10,000. Now it costs $50,000. So it already grew 5 times over 1 year. But it costs more. It also costs less. It had different price by the over the year. So if we bought it back then, you would be plus 500% divided by 12 months. It's almost 40% per month. But it's not what you mean here, surely. There is a video instruction how to link your Binance account with an API. It's not part of this session. So when you buy the license, when you open your Binance account, there is a video instruction already translated into English how to do that. Someone says, I already have a verified Binance account. What should I do next? You go to the Binance account, you set up the API key, on the spot wallet, and you will be given a open and close private key, public and private key, and the instructions on creating an API key are on the Binance's website itself. Also, there are lots of video instructions and videos on how to create an API key on Binance. This is, there's lots of content like this online. And of course, we are already working on our own videos. Those videos are already available in Russian, and it will take some time to have them translated into other languages as well. So just be patient, and the links will be shared to you. Someone says, how much time do I need to have my money back? Guys, you can withdraw your money at any given moment. You just click sell portfolio and it's done. As soon as you purchase the license and activate it, it starts trading, not trading, it will buy the cryptocurrencies for you. It's not trading. I repeat, it's not trading. It's just creating your cryptocurrency portfolio. No trading is involved here. And again, if you decide to stop the operation of this portfolio, you put it on pause. If you want to withdraw money, you withdraw it. But you purchase the license for $1,200. And then it's up to you what to do with the license. You can activate it, you can pause it, you can withdraw, you can deposit on Binance. Everything is up to you. You might get blocked by Binance for some reason, but this is your strategy. This is your responsibility. In this case, the company provides you with an instrument, and the company uses that instrument itself. Ugpay Group right now is opening an account on Binance, a corporate account on Binance, and will be using that service on its own. And it's up to you whether you are going to use that service or not. It's your responsibility. But why would you get an option to get refund for the cost paid for license? Someone says, where do I buy this license? In the CRU back office. Someone says, do I need a registered account on Binance? Yes, it should be registered and verified. Not all citizens of all countries can get verified on Binance. Belarusians, the United States nationals cannot get verified on Binance. So for them, this instrument is not available for now. Wait for this service to be working on other exchanges like OKEX and Huobi. But Belarusians, Americans, and others can make money on selling this license to others. So you don't really have to buy it yourself. Just offer this license to anyone else, those who are registered and live in other countries. So, sir, will there be a test package? It's a good option for everyone. The first 200 users, 200 leaders, partners of ours who use this service is your test package. If you want to try this package out, go to your upline. And you tell them like, and you ask them how to register, how to buy, etc., etc. But guys, there will be also a special chat created for everyone who purchased this product, and there will be support provided 24/7. This product has just been launched. It's successfully been working for half a year now, and it showed very good performance. Our leaders already purchase this product, and literally in 1-2 weeks, you will get very good feedback from your uplines, from your sponsors, I'm sure. And we will hold such webinars periodically, once a week, where we are going to answer additional questions, present this product, and you will be able to invite your newcomers to such webinars in order not to tell them about it yourself, but have it told by someone who knows what they're talking about, and for them to receive the answers to their questions online by people who already know how to operate this product. Someone says, those who bought a lot of WCRUs, how much do you mean WCRUs? I don't understand your question really. What does it mean? I don't really know what you mean, how many WCRUs are considered many. Okay, guys, I think that we ran out of question. Give me a score from 1 to 10, whether you like this webinar, if everything was clear. Just be my examiners, you know, give me a score from 1 to 10, and I will put it in my score table. Oh, thank you very much for your feedback. And please, if you have unanswered questions, ask your sponsors, and we will then put all those questions together and we'll have them answered in our specially created chat. The first 200 people who buy the license will test it, see how it works, and then gradually we will provide you with all the necessary materials for you to get the best effect possible. So I would like to repeat one last time. The license costs $1,200, and you need to have at least $2,000 on Binance account. But before, guys, very careful. Before purchasing this product, before purchasing the license, first register and verify your account on Binance. Okay? First, you register and verify your account on Binance, and only then you can buy this license. Okay? I'm very glad that you enjoyed this product. Thank you very much for your attention, and may the financial force be with you.